Part 1. Lauren and her friend were supposed to go on a hike together, but she got stood up at the last minute. Oh well, it was their loss. She didn't set aside time and money to travel outside the country to meet men. She wanted to commune with nature and not think about the job she didn't like and her at best mediocre life. She wanted to escape the mundane and immerse herself in the arts, history, and whatever caught her interest. She was very satisfied with how the hike was going when she felt something beckoning her from the path. A soft and hypnotic voice brought her to the opening of a cave. She didn't feel any warning bells going off in her head, and she was very curious about what was inside, so she went in. Carefully, she made her way down the steep incline accompanied by the occasional shimmer of color. A loose rock dislodges, causing her to lose her grip, so she curls up and braces as she tumbles deeper into the cave. Part 2. After the rough landing, Lauren slowly uncurled to lay on her back, assessing her injuries. Besides some scraps and bruises that would no doubt form later, she was relieved she wasn't badly hurt and took a moment to relax and be thankful. Then she heard something nearby, and surprised when she felt something on her. She opened her eyes and thought she was seeing double as two beautiful but strange-looking snakeheads stared back at her from on top of her chest. Unsure what to do next, she struggled not to panic as they came closer to her face until they were all she could see. When they lunged forward, she prayed whatever pain would come would be quick. But all she felt was fluid covering her eyes, which seemed to change to a solid, but didn't obstruct her vision. Very confused, she sat up and watched what turned out to be a two-headed snake slither into the darkness. Then the hairs on her body stood up as she heard something much bigger coming towards her. Out of the corner of her eyes, she could see a large mass coming closer. She turned and slowly looked up, seeing a beautiful but massive-scaled column looming over her until she reached the massive head and finally meeting the creature's eye, which seemed to regard her critically, as if judging her worth. It let out a hiss mixed with a growl, as if in warning, and she bowed her head, hoping she wouldn't be eaten. She waited until she was surprised when she was licked in the face. Then it happened again, and she laughed and pet it like she would a dog until she remembered how dire her situation was and froze up. Until the massive head leaned into her hands to ask for more pets and almost knocking her over. When she thought her day couldn't get any more fantastical, the giant pulled away. It undulated, and she saw movement going up its throat until it came back down to her level and coughed up a beautiful egg that reminded her of a crystal or gemstone, or maybe it was the other way around. Happy and sure she wasn't going to be eaten, she smiled at the creature and bowed her head again. From her vantage point, she could see the lower body disappear bit by bit until she was finally alone with her precious egg.